Hey everyone, Gretchen Wagner here, creator of the anti-boring approach to powerful studying. During one of my sessions this morning with a college student, we discovered that one of her big stresses around a midterm that is coming up right now is that there seems to be so much information and she doesn't know how to pull it all together. She feels terrified about that actually. And we looked more closely and actually checked out some of the PowerPoint slides that her professor provided her. And I discovered that my client needed to work on a very specific skill, which actually I'm going to pass on to you all as a little gift. Here's an example. This is one of the slides. You can see that the question is, what is sociology? And there are two different definitions of it right here. I noticed that it says it's the scientific study of the connection. That feels like an important word to me. And a connection between two things, the individual and the social structure. So first of all, notice that this is one way you can take notes to show the actual structure using numbers and squares, the structure of the ideas. But you can also create what I like to call a mathematical formula. So you can see here, I translated this into this particular formula. Sociology equals the connection, there's that word, between what? The individual, this is number one here, and the society, number two. Then I looked up here and then I saw that sociology also examines what? Some patterns. And patterns, actually let's put a square over it. And patterns what? In human behavior and our relationships with one another. And so I added that to the mathematical formula down here because sociology is also a connection between, or patterns is another word that we saw up there, between behavior and relationships. So what a great way to summarize all of this information. And actually then I suggested to my client that she create on a different sheet of paper what I call a T-chart. And this T-chart just basically has a question on one side and an answer on the other side. And then in her question she could write, what is sociology? Because that is what this particular slide right here is testing. And then she could write this mathematical formula right here up on this side. And then she can fold the paper in half and quiz herself. What is sociology? And oh, it's the patterns of connection between, oh God, it was two things. What is it? Oh yeah, the individual and society. Now let me check, am I right? Yep, I sure am, the individual and society. So that's one way that you can take a bigger chunk of information, like a definition that's making your eyes swim, and see the underlying structure in it, turn that into a mathematical formula, and then turn it into a quizzable study tool that you can use to practice how well you've understood the information. Let me know if you have any questions about this, and I'll see you in the next video.